As the headstrong leader of the Autobots, Optimus Prime has earned a spot amongst the most famous characters in not just the Transformers franchise, but also in the history of pop culture. He is a familiar name in households, and he has contributed significantly to the widespread success of the Transformers. From animated series to toy collections and even movies, Optimus Prime has left behind quite a legacy, and he is known for his leadership qualities and honorable ways of fighting the Decepticons. He also has many unique anatomical features that set him apart from the other Autobots, and today we will explore his physiology and tell you all about Optimus Prime. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. What is Optimus Prime made up of? Optimus Prime's body is made of a unique metal known as the living metal, which is composed of a special rarefied energon. While energon helped the Transformers to keep existing, this rarefied energon served as the base from which Optimus Prime and the other Transformers could come into existence. It is a form of living matter capable of even regenerating and growing metallic cells in case of destruction. This metal had some properties similar to human tissue, and it had a cellular structure and a specific genetic code. While Transformers could even be built with the help of regular metal, their bodies had to be then implanted with a spark so that they could function as a Transformer. In most cases, the Transformers did not have to resort to such extremes, and their bodies were created with the help of the living metal. Optimus Prime's body was made out of the same metal with unique properties, such as the ability to reconfigure itself to fit into the desired shape, design, or color of the character.
That's a heat-seeking missile!
What is the conventional color palette used on Optimus Prime? Most Transformers series have tweaked some physical features of the characters, and Optimus Prime's character design has also undergone some changes across media. However, his color palette has remained constant across all these iterations, and Optimus Prime always sticks to his well-known red, blue, and silver color palettes. There are some changes in his structure wherein he appears as a fire truck, movie star, or even a leader, but his color palette remains the same across all these designs. He has appeared in colors other than red and blue in some unique edition toys or storylines here and there, but this is quite rare, and he mostly sticks to his conventional color palette. Exploring the multiple transformations of Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime is well known for his appearance as a red and blue semi-truck, but he also has appeared as a fire truck or even a Pepsi truck. Across different storylines, writers have altered his appearance a bit while also maintaining the signature features of his character. In one such appearance in the animated Transformers show, Optimus Prime gained a new ability to turn his body parts into valuable tools. For instance, he could create new attachments, such as a cybernetic axe or a jetpack, by using his body parts to transform into an even more powerful character. Despite all his transformations, Optimus Prime was always identifiable due to his patent red, blue, and silver outfit, as well as his heroic persona. Did Optimus Prime once transform into an ape? While Optimus Prime has undergone some remarkable transformations across his character history, one of his most unique transformations was notable during the Beast Wars storyline, wherein he turned into an ape. In Transformers Beast Wars, the Autobots turned into the Maximals after a particular event known as the Great Upgrade. The Maximals had then traveled through time and crashed on a prehistoric Earth, where they discovered raw energon. As it turned out, this raw form of energon was toxic to their robotic bodies, and they had then restored to transforming into beasts to avoid any side effects. The Maximals then turned into mammals, and Optimus Prime's character was seen turning into a silverback gorilla. This story arc is also expected to be adopted into the upcoming Transformers Rise of the Beasts, where Optimus Prime might finally be introduced as Maximal. Does the leader of the Autobots have emotions? Before assuming the identity of Optimus Prime, Orion Pax was a young and timid entity that did not have much authority. He was quite impatient and lost his calm quickly, but his personality underwent many changes after receiving the Matrix and turning into Optimus Prime. After being handed a whole lot of responsibility, Optimus Prime still struggled to manage his anger at times, but he learned to control his emotions over time. As the Autobots' leader, Optimus Prime was obliged to keep his composure and lead his team to make the right decisions. He did not outwardly show much emotion, but he did care for others and always tried to stay composed in the face of danger. He was a stoic character who served his role as a leader quite well, and he knew how to keep his emotions in check and comfort others. Of course, Optimus Prime lost his calm in some situations, and then would go into a fit of rage and attack anyone who had caused harm to the Autobots. In the comic book story arcs, Optimus Prime's character was portrayed as a fair leader who showed emotions and even spared his opponents. He was quite merciful, making him a very well-loved character among the audience. In the Transformers animated series, Prime mercifully spared Megatron's life at the end of the war, and his portrayal of the character was quite in line with his personality. Optimus believed in others, and he even harbored a soft spot for Megatron and hoped that he would eventually return to how he used to be. While these instances highlight his soft side, his personification in the live-action movies was far more unrelenting. Although a just and merciful leader, Optimus doesn't hesitate to turn into a Decepticon killing machine when the time comes. Michael Bay's live-action series of the franchise bears testimony to the true rage of the Autobot leader. What happens when he is fused with Jetfire? In Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen entity had returned to the universe to take over planet Earth, and he was essentially one of the most powerful beings in the franchise. Since the Fallen was a near invincible entity, only another Prime could defeat him, and this became a challenge since Optimus Prime was not alive during this story arc. It became necessary for the Autobots to resurrect Optimus Prime so that they stood a chance against the Fallen, and they used the Matrix of Leadership to bring him back to life. However, Optimus was relatively weak after returning to life, and Jetfire then volunteered to sacrifice his body to help Prime become more powerful. Jetfire was an old Decepticon who had later joined the Autobots, and he sacrificed his body immediately when he realized that Optimus Prime was struggling to return to his peak strength after his resurrection. While Jeffrey became weaker, Prime's body became more powerful as and when Jeffrey's body parts fused with his body. Prime then used his strength combined with Jetfire's body parts to become a powerful entity that could stand a chance against the Fallen. Do his arms hide a deadly weapon? Optimus Prime's body is designed to hide some secret weapons to aid him in the face of danger, and his body was equipped with weapons ranging from blasters to hooks. Moreover, his arms were equipped with super sharp energon blades that were first seen in Michael Bay's Transformers series. Initially, he had one such blade, but it was later seen that his character design was updated, and he had two laser-sharp energon blades hidden in his forearms. In the face of danger, Optimus Prime could whip out these blades that were extremely sharp and hot, and then even had the ability to cut through the metal that was used to create Decepticon's body. These blades were fatal to anyone who messed with the leader of the Autobots, and they even elevated Optimus Prime's appearance as well.
Shows my side.
Can Optimus Prime reproduce? The Transformers are alien robots that have the ability to change their bodies into alternate vehicles or animal modes. They do not reproduce in a typical human fashion, but they do have the ability to reproduce asexually. Their reproduction has not been explicitly explored in the series since it is mainly a children's show, but Optimus Prime, as well as the other Transformers, do have the ability to reproduce. Initially, early Transformers would reproduce by forming energized liquid metal with their bodies, which were then used to create more Transformers. However, Primus had used this ability from their memories after the population increased, and this ability was later rediscovered after a few generations. The Transformers would build new bodies infused with life with the help of some energy sources that differed across the series. In the original cartoon, Transformers gained life with the help of the Vector Sigma, while the recent live-action series showed that they were brought to life with the help of the Allspark. In the Beast Wars story arc, the Transformers gained life with the help of the Matrix of Leadership. In this matter, they used various energy sources to create more life, which establishes that they reproduce asexually. Is Optimus Prime immortal? Optimus Prime was certainly not immortal, and he had died in various story arcs across the comics, films, and television series. In Transformers Animated, Prime had famously died at the hands of Starscream. In the Transformers franchise, Optimus Prime was killed and resurrected several times across the movies. In the first Transformers movie in 1986, Prime died a brutal death after Megatron shot him numerous times, and his character then remained dead for the rest of the film. Megatron had often been responsible for killing Prime, and he had once ended his life by stabbing him to death in Transformers 2: Revenge of the Fallen. In Transformers: The Last Knight, Optimus Prime was brainwashed into becoming his evil version, Nemesis Prime. The Cybertronian's character, Quintessa, had turned Prime into an evil entity who no longer served as the leader of Autobots, and she then used him to carry out her evil missions. Prime also went into status lock in a few instances in the Transformers movies, meaning he entered a coma-like state where he could not perform any actions until an external force restored him. His character once even had a vision about the future of death at the hands of the Swarm, and Prime had then sacrificed himself happily after convincing the Swarm to switch to the good side. He also died in Transformers: The Headmasters after refusing his essence with the Vector Sigma to enable the supercomputer to return to its normal state. After sacrificing himself to restore Vector Sigma, he remained dead until Dark Nova resurrected him as the False Convoy. In the Beast Wars, Optimus Prime died a notable death after he was pushed into Cybertron's core in an attempt to put an end to Megatron's existence. In one notable scenario, Optimus Prime died in the Transformers: The Movie, only to be resurrected again after receiving a kiss from Marissa Fairborn. In this story arc, Galvatron's cells were scattered across the environment, and Marissa could then fuse herself with these cells and resurrect Prime. Of course, Marissa could not keep him alive forever, and Prime soon died again after these cells were extracted from Marissa's body. Prime also died a strange death in the Transformers comic series by Marvel Comics, wherein Optimus Prime strangely enters a video game world and faces Megatron. The comic issue covers the story of how a programmer named Ethan proposes that the Transformers continue their battle in a video game titled Multi-World. The Autobots and Decepticons enter this game, and the battle soon focuses on Optimus Prime's face-off with Megatron. While Prime tries his best to defend himself, he does not know that Megatron has a cheat code that allows him to take the lead in any fight. Despite being at a disadvantage, Prime manages to emerge victorious, but he then feels guilty and asks Ethan to destroy him. Ethan readily kills Optimus Prime while the Decepticons celebrate their win. Prime's death in these comics coincided with his death in the Transformers: The Movie, wherein Optimus Prime dies after sacrificing himself to save the life of the Autobot known as Hot Rod. While Prime has often been resurrected after dying in the franchise, all these instances prove that he is not immortal and can be defeated by his opponents.
Only together can we survive!
The strong sense of morality that makes him a true leader. All the Autobots were essentially sentient robots, meaning that they had the liberty to explore their personalities and develop their own code of conduct. Optimus Prime had developed a strong sense of morality and was known for his fair and kind-hearted nature. He had an inherent sense of right and wrong, and his goodness of character shaped him to become a great leader of the Autobots. Optimus Prime always led by example and even sacrificed himself for others in many instances, and he tried to see the good in others. His sense of morality had often helped the Autobots to get out of difficult situations and even inspired them to remain fair and follow the right path even in tricky situations.
Faster! Go!
Conclusion. To sum it up, the leader of the Autobots is undoubtedly quite a unique character who has undergone many transformations and has proved his worth many times. Optimus Prime's distinctive physiology helps him stand out among other Autobots and also led them to victory and huge levels of success. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.
For you!